It's the only person below White Holiday in the Comicsgate phone book. It's my favorite failed clone of Peter Sammetti. The YouTube guys. How you doing, Conrad? Welcome to the show.
Hello. Welcome to WyzGyzEntertainment. This is your host, Wyman. We are joined today by two very special guests, Anthony Figaro and Marcus. How are you doing, guys?
Good.
What's going on? The failed clone of Peter Sammetti. That's the first. That's the first time I heard it. That's pretty good. Commie Marc's good for that.
Yeah, good stuff. I like CGUK is pretty awesome. Big supporter of them. Excuse me. I'm doing some last minute promo that apparently I forgot to do. Dropping the link in a few more places, and I'm done. All right, sweet. Welcome to the channel. It's been a while since we had you, Anthony. And
it has.
I don't think we've ever had Marcus.
No, he's a virgin.
Well,
tonight, anyways.
Welcome, Marcus. Good to have you.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome, El Gargo. Thanks for the eggplant.
Yeah.
Right on. So, since it has been a while, let's do a quick refresh. It's customary on my channel to delve a little into your origin story, quote unquote, as it were. Would you share, Anthony, how you grew up, what you were into, be it comics, toys, video games, and whatnot, and what were the key milestones in your life that led you to one day becoming this comic book creator?
All right, I'll give you the PG version of this.
You don't have to. It's the adult channel.
So well, fuck, man. I get into the prostitution and gambling and the drug addiction and everything, and that was just on my mama's side of the family, you know. So, anyways, I grew up in New Orleans, typical New Orleans household, communal thing, and I don't know. I think I watched all the same cartoons everybody else did. I know as a kid, you have your morning cartoons, and then you got your Saturday morning cartoons, and then you got the cartoons when you come home. So I grew up on Johnny Quest, Speed Racer, Looney Tunes, and then he moved into He-Man, G.I. Joe, Transformers, Thundercats, and there was a bunch. There was some other ones. Galaxy Rangers was cool, and just all that kind of stuff. And I just gravitated towards that, like most kids. I think. I think what happened for me was when I was about 9 or 10, I think, and I hooked up with these kids, and we went to the just local 7-Eleven, whatever it was, and they had comics in there. And got the comics, and just, I don't know, what I'm saying? I tell people this all the time. It's, you either attracted to them or you're not. They either do something for you or they don't. And there was something about them, and we would sit down, because I had watched Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. That was another show I really liked and stuff like that. So I was already primed for all of that. And I think once I got into the comics, as artists, we were, tracing and drawing and copying and doing all of this shit to see who could do it the best. And then, over time, you get into it. And so, I don't know, it was just like from there on, that's what I wanted to do. And then, life goes on, things happen. And it's a freaking long ass story, man. You know what I mean? And so, you do your thing, man. And again, at the same time, you're trying to be a kid, you're trying to be a teenager, you're trying to be a young adult, you're just trying to fit into the world and all this kind of shit at the same time. And sometimes they line up and sometimes they don't. The shit lined up for me long enough for me to meet Marcus, for us to build a friendship. and then it disaligned, and then like shit happens, and you realign, and me and him are back together now, and bringing back Justice City Chronicles. We did God's Hand, and I brought him in to help me with it, and it just kind of bled it back, and so here we are, 15 years later from where we started, and we're right back on it. Like we ain't missed a beat. So
Sweet. Do you have a lot of background and formal training in either writing or drawing or both?
I'm just a scamp, brother. I'm just a mutt. I got no formal training. I'm an untrained, unlicensed, creator who just does it for who's got a passion for it, and I feel like I got a style for it, a taste for it, and but definitely, if I was to start my own little table, and have my own people at it, it would be the unskilled table. We would have no formal training. You know what I mean? We would just be straight raw talent. So no, I'm just a tramp.
And Marcus, how about you and your quote-unquote origin story? How were you raised? What were you into? And what were the major milestones in your life that led you down this road of becoming a creator in your own right? By the way, El Gargo says double penetration action.
Not with it.
If that's what you're into. If that's what you're into, El Gargo, I don't know. I'm a one-way kind of guy. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
So you're saying, Marcus?
Much the same background as Anthony. Really, similar likes. Like He-Man and Transformers, Thundercats, all these things I grew up on.
Mm-hmm.
Got into comics around the same time, probably 8 or 9 years old, and just gravitated towards them. My background was always on the art side, actually, growing up. Did a lot of that, a lot of classes. I don't know, at some point when I got older, just kind of my desire to draw became way less than my desire to write and create. I guess because it was like, I could get faster satisfaction that way. I could create stuff quicker. And I don't know, met Brent Irwin, who was running Ape Entertainment at the time. We hit it off. He had an opening for he saw my portfolio, like my art stuff, and did some stuff with him, Anthony. And then he had an opening in an omnibus that he was doing, 12-page story. I didn't make it in time for the first one, but when he was launching the second one, I wrote the first Justice City Chronicles story for that, and was looking for an artist. Reached out to a few people. I had people doing designs and stuff. But eventually I came across Anthony. He was homeless and in the street and in desperate need of a job. So,
I'm a tramp. What can I say, man?
Yeah. So, so I got him a generic 40 and, hired him on. And that was it. 40.
It was generic. Sad because I couldn't even get like a Mickey's or a St. Ides. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm saving the St. Ides for myself.
Yeah, it's kind of generic ass shit,
Yeah. Well, maybe like a Colt 45 or something,
Shit, that's a step up for me. Don't let the smooth days fool you, baby.
So yeah, that was it. We did the Justice City story for Ape Omnibus. We were both incredibly disappointed at the in the cover for the book, and we were just kind of like, ah. So I decided to launch it as its own thing. So we worked on 2 issues. We dropped the first one. It was in Diamond. We pumped it out. We got it out there. Then Katrina hit Louisiana, kind of derailed Anthony, derailed me. And that was it until we hooked up a few years back to work on some new stuff. And here we are.
Wow. So from the get-go, Justice City Chronicles has always been your IP?
Yes.
Okay. And you were just working through different distributors at the time?
Well, we did it through Ape. I had a contract with Ape to put out the books with them. The second book never saw the light of day. You know, everything went south, and it was kind of like whatever. And now, since then, Ape is defunct, so there's no chance of going back to that. And crowdfunding and CG was the way to go. Anthony had gotten back in. We worked together on the Chronicles account, Carlos. I guess that went through Kickstarter. So I helped him out with that. That was somebody else's project completely. And then when it came time for God's Hand, he asked me if I'd give him a hand with that, and that set me down the path again. I got the bug. So we kicked around another project that I was looking to do that tied a little more into God's Hand. Thought about like leapfrogging projects, but he was like, "What about Justice City? You know, we should go back to that." So decided that was the way to go.
Is Justice City a culmination of issues 1 and the never published 2, or is it like issue 1 and then you're getting
all through
issue 2?
Yeah, it's kind of a mashup of all of it. You have the unpublished issue 2. You have basically a completely remastered issue 1 that we just redrew from scratch. New letters, new colors, new art, because we wanted to expand on that. Issue 2 was great. The colors were great. That went directly from Anthony's line work to color. We didn't have an inker in between. So I tightened. I worked on the blacks on that, tightened that up. The colors up on that. Relettered the whole thing to make that so that fell in line a little bit with where the story is now. And then we've got new content on both ends of that to pull the whole package together. I mean, the books are slated to be 8 volumes, plus probably a couple of offshoots in between. So this one we needed to really set up to launch the rest of the bigger arc.
Oh, most definitely. Is the 8 volumes like all one major story arc, and then after that you're thinking about another possible 8 volumes continuing the Justice City Chronicles, or are you going to focus on another big project like continuing God's Hand?
I kind of feel like Justice City is going to be like my Game of Thrones. You know what I mean? Like not that we're going to put one out every 6 years, but
without a crummy 8th season, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. My main character is not going to jump on a dragon, completely go against character, and burn down the whole shit. We'll set up that he's going to burn down all the shit. We've got other projects planned in between, but Justice City is going to be that's going to be the big series for me anyway. Anthony's got other shit going on too, but
right.
But yeah, it's the 8 series, the 8 issue arc is going to be the big storyline, and then we'll see where it's at from there. I may come back to do shorter arcs with it, explore like different parts of it, but the meat and potatoes is going to be the 8 volumes.
Yeah, did I hear right, or did you guys say that there was a period whereby both your careers kind of took different paths, so you guys lost contact momentarily before reconnecting later on, or had you guys been more or less staying in touch all this time?
I don't think there was really. I don't think there was a huge amount of time that we didn't communicate. It was just in terms like creatively, we were. I mean, life-wise, we were like completely on different paths. creatively, it was kind of like,
Yeah.
let's work on this, let's work on that. I'd write stuff, he'd draw stuff, and then just kind of be like, it would fizzle out. Neither one of us was ready to really commit to jumping back in, which was, honestly, looking back, was probably a good thing, because, you know, like the crowdfunding game wasn't really there when we were like flirting with coming back to it. So I think the time was right when we did finally like reconnect.
Cool.
So like partially, yeah, like, you know, we did keep in touch, but creatively it wasn't there.
Gotcha. El Gargo was responding to Anthony saying, "You said your life story was pornographic. Disappointed."
I never said that. You better show me the receipts on that. I said that there was drugs and alcohol and prostitution and whatnot. You know, but I don't label people as pornographic just because they happen to be, you know, in the entertainment industry. You know,
Gargoyle, just put the eggplant down.
That's what I'm saying, bro. You know.
Jennifer says, "Hey, my dear friend WyzGyz, and hey, panel. I have a son named Marcus. I have to go for a bit, but I will check out these gentlemen's campaigns in a bit."
All right. Thank you, Jennifer.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Well, Jennifer clearly is a woman with good taste, naming her son Marcus.
Well, there you go. There you go. El Gargo says, "What's the best way to purge crawfish?"
Didn't we answer this question the other night? Didn't I answer this question? Was it last night, wasn't it? Or was it the night back? We do so many shows, man. I thought I answered this question, Gargo. You use clean water. You know, some people like to put salt in it and they let them sit. But I seen a dude and he said, you run clean water in it and you let the tub fill up and get dirty, and then you pour the water out and then you fill it back up again. And you do that until your water gets clean. That's the best way. That's the best way I've seen a dude do it. Now, traditionally, everybody just puts water and puts some salt in it and washes them down, you know. And then after, you know, then you pull them out after they sit for a minute, however long you'll leave them, and then you boil them, and then you dump that water out and do a new one. But this cat said you keep running just straight clean water until the water's clean, and that's how you really clean them out. So
then
I'm sure I'll have to tell you again tomorrow. But that's all right. I don't mind.
That's Anthony's cooking segment. So once you finish cooking the crawfish, is it true that most people suck out, break out the head and suck out the brains or whatever?
Yeah, well, that's the only
or
way.
eating the body?
That's the only way to eat them.
Oh, all right.
You know, there's no, because you got, so you boil them up. And when you boil them, there's a video. If you look it up, there's a video somewhere that's floating around where I do a how-to for Bancroft, and I show him how to eat them. Yeah, you just basically twist them. You pull the tail out. You take the little head and you squeeze with your thumb, and you just get all the juice out. Whatever comes out with the brains, the fat, all the good stuff. And then you got a little tail. You got a little piece of shell. You just peel right off the first layer. It's like a little lobster tail, a lobster tail jointed like that. You can take the first little joint off, and then you can either just squeeze, pinch it, and pull the meat out, or you can pinch it, just pull it out with your teeth.
All right. Some good tricks.
Sit there and you just, eat. I don't know. Eat as much as you want, 1 pound, 2 pounds.
just make sure to depoopify them before you eat.
I mean, you can do that too, or you can just go ahead and chomp it all down, baby. It's all turning into poop anyways.
How do you get it removed before you cook them?
What? Remove what?
The poop.
That ain't happening.
Okay.
That's part of the package. Right?
Oh, all right.
It's under the shell. It ain't, you know what I mean? So you know.
It's part of the flavor.
Exactly, baby. You know what I'm saying? This is one of them things,
Let's see here. Jennifer says, okay, I should have said in a while, not used in a bit, twice in the same sentence. Just saying.
We're very informal here.
Just as long as your book is printed right, we're cool.
I think so. You said I said adult. I guess our two terms of what adult means are two different things. It's going to be I'm assuming you got God's handheld Gargo. So if you got that, it's going to be the same quality as that.
Jennifer, oops, okay, just follow the link. One campaign, but whatever, it looks awesome.
Thank you, sweetie.
I
know you are. I know. It wouldn't be fun if you wasn't doing it. You know? It wouldn't be fun if you wasn't playing.
That's what purging is. Oh, the act of trying to clean out the digestive tract and stuff with water.
That way you got the water purging, and then you got your digestive purging. You know?
I don't think I've ever eaten crawfish properly. Is the texture of the brains and the juice and the fat similar to like the oysters or clams? Or
No. It's more like lobster. Well, you mean the meat and the tail?
No, the head.
Not really. I don't even think it has any. I don't think it's when you hit it like that, and it's in such juice form most of the time, unless you get. I mean, like I said, you can get into this real deep. If you want a medium size, right? Everybody wants big crawfish, all the big one and stuff, which they good, but the heads and stuff, man, they don't quite absorb. That's why it's hard to do lobster that way. Like if you was to do lobster like we do a boil, you probably have to punch some holes in the shells because the shells are so hard. So you want the medium size ones. The medium size ones are really good, and the juice and the seasoning gets in them real good. So when you pop them, man, and you squeeze that head like that, that shit, you know what I mean? It's a flavor almost. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't. I wouldn't say it's the same consistency as like oysters or anything like that.
All right, Marcus, are you a crawfish connoisseur?
No. I think I had crawfish once while I lived in Louisiana with this one.
Oh, okay. Just once? Oh my god.
Just once.
That's supposed to be like a staple, from what I hear.
It is. I'm gonna tell you something. If you ever get an opportunity, I'm gonna tell you it's really good, bro. It'll freak you out when you eat it, but it's good, man. It's a soft shell crawfish po' boy. They put the whole crawfish is on there,
including the legs and
the whole thing. They fry. It's like a soft shell crab. They
fry
the whole thing, the whole thing, bro. It's a trip, man. You know, it's good though. Shit's good.
Yeah, when I visited Maryland, the big thing over there is the blue soft shell crab, and I think I only tried once. The idea of having the entire creature soft with the soft shell and fully cooked kind of freaked me out.
It's good. It's something when you kind of look at it for the first time, bro. It's definitely kind of trippy because you see the whole thing. And your brain goes, well, we don't eat all of that. We just crack the shells and shit. You know what I mean? It is. It's they good though. If you ever get a chance to get them, they good, man.
Right. And also in Maryland, there is common for them to like load their seafood, their soft shell crab with seasoning called Old Bay. Do you guys use anything like that in Louisiana?
Oh man, I got a dude. He said, "Old Bay, shit, man." He said, "Boy, if your asshole ain't on fire and you trying to cool it off with a snowball, boy, you don't know what seasoning is." We use like Zatarain. You got Zatarans. You got a few local cats down here. Who make their own shit, man. That's real good. Everybody's got their own, but yeah, no, the shit. If you want real seasoning and shit, I'm gonna tell you right now, you got to get your shit from out of Southeast Louisiana, not just Louisiana, but Southeast Louisiana. That's where all the yeah, that's a whole different region. It's a whole different region.
Gotcha. El Gargo says, I just backed God's Hand after backing Justice City.
Oh, cool, man. Well, thank you, Gargo.
Sweet.
I knew there was something I liked about you.
Thanks for your support. El Gargo says, Crawfish is po' boy lobster. Yeah.
Like what? If you get a chance to get you a po' boy, you should definitely try it.
I mean, I love po' boys, and I've had like lobster po' boys, but I don't think I've had a crawfish one or a soft-shelled crawfish one.
Where you had a po' boy at? Gumbo. Go ahead.
Excuse me. Well, I guess it would be kind of be cheating, but New York.
Oh, that's cheating. Come on, man. That's cheating. Let's see. So, Gumbo, what kind of bread they use?
Oh, geez, I'm trying to remember. I don't know the name of the bread, but it was more or less like a soft white, like a roll that they sliced in half. I don't think they dug out any.
Did you have any here, Marcus, when you was down here? The po' boys and stuff.
I'm trying to remember.
I know it's been.
Yeah, it was kind of a blur.
Yeah, over 10 years. Well, we use like a French bread here, and it just depends on where you get your French bread from. Because it's not. It's hard for I don't like because I'm born and raised here. Like I don't, it's not a brioche style thing. It's kind of like a pistolette almost. You know what I'm talking about? You know what a pistolette is?
I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is.
Right, it's French stuff. So it's kind of like the inside. I mean, it's the bread on the inside. I find to be it's got like a harder outside crust. You know what I'm saying? The outside
right.
is a little bit more. You ever eat a Cuban sandwich? Marcus, you eat Cuban sandwiches before. I'm serious. You eat Cuban sandwich. It's kind of like that, Marcus. Like, you know how they bread, when they cook it down and it's got that kind of crunch to it and shit?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. Like real French bread has that kind of feel to it. It's maybe not quite as dry as that, but it definitely, if I was to explain it to you, it's in that realm. You know what I'm saying?
Isn't Cuban bread like big, flat, round? And their sandwiches are, basically sliced down the middle, but they're really big and round. And the outside crust is kind of crunchy, but the inside is soft.
Yeah, but I thought that's because they smash them like that.
Yeah, it's basically like grilling the bread.
Right.
Oh, okay.
It's just you wouldn't grill it like the French bread. It tastes like if you just wouldn't grill it as long. What about a muffalata? You ever eat a muffalata?
Look at your muffalata right here.
You know what a muffalata is, all right? Huh? I'm serious.
I've heard the name before, but I can't visualize it right now.
I feel very bad that I'm very upset that I did not, when Marcus was down there. I can't believe I didn't let you get a muffalata, bro. So muffalata is like it's an Italian sandwich. So no bullshit. I swear to God, it's a Dago. It's a Italian, but it's an Italian thing. It really is. It's like it's on this like huge, like almost like hamburger bun, sesame seed hamburger bun. Only it's not, but inside, you know what I'm talking. They got like ham. They got pimento. Salami. I think they use provolone. They use the olives. They cut the olives up and stuff, man. Damn, I'm gonna have to send you one, Marcus. They got a place down here where no bullshit. It's called Central Grocery. It's been here. It's down in the quarter. It's been down there. I want to say Central started in, man, son of a bitch. I'll tell you in a minute. But anyways, yeah, you want a po' boy, you come down here. I'll show you the place. Gumbo and jambalaya, it depends. Each one's got its own different. Jambalaya is more like rice, sausage, chicken, shrimp. You know what I mean? Whereas gumbo can have all of those things in it, but it has more of a, you make a roux for it, and a roux is like a thick, I guess you could consider it like a thick soup almost. You know what I mean? And it's got rice in it, and it's got, usually a lot of times gumbo's got more seafood in it. But you can you can put whatever you want in it, really.
Like lobster tail, mussels.
Well, yeah, I guess. Traditionally it's more like crab, seafood gumbo, or you would call it a seafood gumbo, because then you got gumbo that's got, your sausage, your chicken, and shit in it too.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Some people like putting okra, some people don't like okra. Some people, alligator meat's another thing, which has a lot of consistency like chicken, but it's a little, it's maybe a little sweeter, but it's very close. It's extremely close.
The gumbo or jambalaya was a question, which I think you more or less answered. But
it just depends on what you're in the mood for. You know what I mean? Like jambalaya, you can eat pretty much anytime. Gumbo, I mean, you can do it anytime, but it's good like it's cold. Gumbo's good.
Are they typically dishes intended for like dinner specifically, or do people eat those dishes for lunch as well?
What do you mean, you people?
Well, I mean, people in general.
I'm messing.
Anyone who's interested in eating
either or. You can do either or, man.
Okay.
You can do either or, bro.
It's like, what do you mean, you people?
So what's a toda? That also sounds familiar.
A toda? Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'm pronouncing it wrong. A toda. Like a toda or a toda.
I wonder if that's another bread or loaf.
Ooh, yeah, I don't know, man. You got me on the toda. I know the toda package, but that's about it.
For those of you who haven't had a chance to yet, be sure and back Justice City Chronicles, Volume 1, about a futuristic superhero tale of war, corruption, and the bonds of family. Back it once, back it twice, back it 3 times a lady.
I love that. That's awesome.
If you haven't yet backed it, or if you don't have the means to do so yet, please share it out over social media and get more eyes on this. We have a campaign here. It looks really good. So it's under Marcus's name. Is your last name pronounced Gizu or? All right, I'm guessing that means no.
No, it's Digesu.
Digesu.
Yes.
Like digestion, but digesu.
All right.
Yeah, thanks, Anthony. That's
good.
I'm trying to help. I'm just trying to help.
Yeah,
Marcus digestion. All right. Digesu.
Or you could just call him hot and ready.
Well, you could just say you people.
Oh,
You could.
damn. Then we're gonna leave that down. So, how long would you say that the Justice City Chronicles has been in the making? I mean, how long ago did you first envision this or create it?
2004. That was the first. That was the first go around. The first iteration. It's changed a lot since then, though.
Oh, okay.
I mean, even realistically, the heart of the story. A lot of components are the same, but like the details have changed. Design work has changed on it. I mean, it's all. It's a little more representative of our sensibilities now, at this point, than it was, back when I first created it.
Gotcha. This campaign is presently at 14,413 for 160 backers. That's 360% funded of your flexible goal.
I think we're actually higher than that now.
Are you now? You might be.
So.
14,413 at 160. Yep, 14,463 for 161 backers. Sweet. When you came up with your $4,000 flexible goal, did that more or less break down to covering costs of publishing, printing and cost of shipping, especially international backers, as well as paying for the time you put into it?
Shit, the time I put into it, I ain't never gonna get paid for it. But yeah, I mean, I was like, honestly, the flexible goal was like the bare minimum. You know, that was kind of like, well, at the very least, you know, to get this book out for 4,000, we could do it. Obviously, the goal was to go way past that.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, we're not too keen on the whole like, oh, you know, make the goal $500 and like, you know, on the first day you'll be like 1,000% over.
Right. Oh yeah.
Right.
You gotta be in a certain special position to be able to pull something like that off.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah. So we said it's something that we thought we knew we would pass. I mean, we surpassed the goal day one. I think by the end of the first 24, we were at like 5,500 already.
You talking about not even, bro? We were 12 hours in and we hit. If you remember, because we were on bank. By the time we got to Bancroft, we had hit.
Yeah.
I want to say by the time we finished Bancroft, we started at 8:30. By the time we got on Bancroft, I think we was already over the 4. And then I think by the time we got off Bancroft, we had moved to 5, I believe.
Yeah.
Nice. Wait, so where did you officially launch?
Literature Devil.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we launched on Literature Devil. So tomorrow we're doing a repeat, and we're gonna start out on Lit Devil in the morning, then on to Morning Roast, and then we got a little bit of a lull. I'm doing my own kind of little crawfish closeout party. I'm gonna go boil me up some crawfish. So tomorrow night when I go on Shay's show and Bancroft's show, I'll have crawfish to eat. So I'll be eating crawfish all night.
Nice.
While we're closing out. So
that sounds like a blast. Do you intend on? Are you aiming to stay up and do streams or join streams all the way through like 3 a.m. Eastern?
I'm game for it. I mean, I think me and Marcus weren't going to turn anything down. You know what I'm saying? I think because after Bancroft, I know there's a couple late night cats. Finatra's one of them. He's always, we always bullshitting around with him, but yeah, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my thing. I think, you try to stay open and say, hey, you know what? Anyone who wants to help or anything like this, or anyone who wants to be a part of it or have a good time or just sit around. Because that's the other thing too. I think you gotta, it's fun to sit around and talk and cut up and stuff. You want to promote a little bit, but at the same time, it's, you want to have fun. So yeah. By that time, Marcus will be extremely drunk. So it's very possible we could talk him into taking his shirt off. So
no, that's not.
I would recommend you guys show up.
Well, there you go. That's more incentive and more entertainment. Indeed.
There it is.
Yeah, that sounds like a blast. And
make sure you shave, Mark.
Yeah, not happening. The moobs are staying right under this shirt tomorrow.
Well, just wear a bra, you know what I mean? You won't be able to that way you keep it PG, you know what I'm saying?
Well, see, you got some support. Good stuff coming. Welcome. Topless. I'm there, dude.
Boom, bro. Listen, you gotta be a good salesman, bro. Give your customers what they want.
I mean, like, listen, I'm up for some pie jokes. You know what I mean? Ethan gets pie jokes. He doesn't have to go shirtless. I mean, what's the problem here?
Oh, shit, man. Just get some tamales, bro. That's what you do. I'll be eating crawfish. You're gonna be
Bro,
eating,
I'm gonna have to. Honestly, I'm gonna have to get something because this is bullshit, bro. This is like 3 days in a row. We've been talking about crawfish, and now whose show did we do the other day? He was eating crawfish.
Oh,
now
that
you're gonna
was,
be
global frequency, nefarious.
yeah. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to get down on some good food tomorrow.
Yeah. The bar has been raised. Get some commentator. We'll go topless if you go topless.
Damn, bruh. Come on now.
Throw down the gauntlet.
Are you going to be on cam and topless? I mean,
Sure, we'll bring him on or her on. It's all good either way.
There you go.
Yeah.
And to sweeten the pot, Anthony will go shirtless too, and then attach a couple crawfish on his nipples.
Yeah.
And throw them around.
You really
like
want
the little tassels. I want to see you
You want the stream to completely just throw up, huh? And just be like, look at these, look at them.
The backers will be flooding in.
Oh yes, I'm sure. They'll be like, turn it off.
Okay, we'll back.
Exactly. Just put his shirt back on, damn it.
Good stuff says my movies are hairy.
All right, so we got it. All right, so Marcus, you need to shave because we already got one set of hairy moves. You just need to be nice and slick and soft.
Beat up right now.
You know what I mean? And they gotta make sure you get you some of that baby oil. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of make him look glisten off the light. You know what I'm saying?
Good stuff is about a B cup right now.
Yeah, that's probably about accurate. I'd say a good B cup. Maybe like a sports bra or something.
A little sporty bra. Oh, there you go. There you talking. There you talking. Do a little turnaround. Let's see how it's cutting into the back fat.
See, and it's not even so much the fact of bearing all for a stream. It's the fact that I know screenshots will be taken and I will never live it down.
I know, son of a bitches.
But that's part of the fun, right?
Oh yeah.
It's to be forever mocked.
Yeah. To be
emotionally scarred, it's like, hey man,
to be added to the annals of history, right?
And plus it's like, so our first stream is like at 8:30 tomorrow in the morning, so I have to run around and get some spray tan and do that before I even get on the stream because I won't have time for it.
Whoa, wait, we'll just do it in the evening,
You don't need the spray.
While you're eating crawfish, I'll be spray tanning so I can go shirtless. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Naughty nighttime, baby.
You don't need spray tan. You just take the spices of whatever you're going to eat and just sprinkle yourself with the dust of it.
There you go, bro. What's happening, Eric McIntyre? What's going on, brother?
Yeah, wet t-shirt contest. There you go.
Somehow, I really, really don't think. I don't think the chat wants me shirtless with taco grease on me. It's not a good look.
Instead of taco grease, you can go with maybe Old Bay seasoning. There you go.
He's really
welcome, Eric McIntyre. Hey,
what's happening? He's trying to be very helpful. B Rose, oh my goodness.
I was asking for dick pics the other day.
B Rose, come on, B Rose, say it wasn't so, bro. Come on, man. God damn, B Rose, come on.
Oh my goodness gracious!
That's what happens when you're young.
All right, you know what? I mean, look, if we're being honest, I sent B Rose dick pics the other day. He sent them back.
He sent them back?
Yeah, he sent them back.
That's what it is. When you're young like that, you can be picky. You know what I'm saying? You can have whatever dick you want. He's real picky about it,
Well, what he probably did was he received them, backed them up to external hard drives, and then sent them back. So he gave you the impression that you were rejected, but something to look back on.
Living off of them, bro. Yeah.
There you go. So with your campaign, did you guys end up doing the common CG thing where you do 2 3-day rounds of funding and then you switch to on demand, or You go a full 60 days of funding?
We
decided to
started
do something a little different.
Yeah, we started because we were waiting to fulfill on God's Hand. So when that was done, we kind of picked a week to do the sign up. So where everything fell, we actually wound up launching about mid-March. So I just figured, well, we'll just do mid-March to the end of April, call it a campaign. So it turned out to be like 48 days?
47, 48 days, something like that.
Yeah.
Damn.
So yeah, there'll be no, we're not re-upping. It's just going to go.
No, we're going to, and also when this goes into in demand, there's a lot of things that are going to get removed from the campaign. One of the things which will get removed, which won't affect you, WyzGyz, because not only did you back, but you also got God's Hand. But the copy of God's Hand, which is an add-on, which has its own feature tier, but is an add-on to all the other tiers, will be removed. So once it goes in demand, you will no longer be able to get God's Hand from this campaign. I believe the $250 tier and the $500 tier will be removed. The $150 Captain's Club will be stripped down, and I believe will be turned into a $120 tier, but it won't have all the stuff that's in the $150.
Yeah, I think by the time it's done, you're going to have the Grunt Pack, which is just the book by itself, Geared for War, which is the T-shirts, and some variation of Captain's Club, which is like the $150 tier. That's basically what would kind of be remaining.
Well,
So how are you? Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just going to ask, how are you, making these decisions? Are you comparing the current performance of this campaign against how well God's Hand did, and making judgment calls and going, well, let's try shortening the length of funding, and let's drop these specific types of tiers?
Well, yes and no. I mean, yeah. I mean, you're taking whatever experience you have previously and you're reapplying, right? So you're taking what you learned from God's Hand, and then, there are certain things to which you're sure about. There's certain things which you're still unsure about. And so you kind of go, okay, well, let's try this, let's try this, let's try this. And then you kind of see if you're on the mark or not. Right, so it'll start drifting. You'll say, okay, well, it looks like this. Let's move it here and see what happens. And then all of a sudden, it drifts in that direction. Well, okay, well, cool, we're moving in the right direction on this. Or you'll say, well, let's put it here, and then that doesn't go. So you just kind of like, we learned something about the differences between the $75, the $100, and the $150 tiers. And you just kind of start to learn these things. I did the same thing with God's Hand. I busted God's Hand down to where you only had, you could get the book, you could get the signed book, you could get 2 books, or you could get 3 books, and that was it, because it had 3 different covers to it, and that was it. That's all. There wasn't anything more than a $75. You could get, you could add on all, the T-shirt and stuff like that, which I think you're trying to walk a tightrope, right? So you're trying to get, and I think that's probably why our campaigns will always be 30 to 40 days. You want to give people enough time. Maybe they only get paid once a month. You want to make sure that you don't, you want to make sure you give everyone the opportunity to purchase the book during the live campaign, right? Because, and then what you want to do is, and this is just a philosophy me and Marcus have been kicking around. So what you want to do is that during the live campaign, you want to add certain exclusives that you cannot get anywhere, that you can't get in demand. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's because you want to reward your backer. You want to reward the people who actually come on board while it's live. You want to reward them with something and say, hey, listen, if you come on when it's live, this is an event. This is an experience. So by coming on and doing this while we're live, we're going to throw in these exclusives, these things you can get during the live campaign, right? But we understand things happen. So once it goes in demand, we just streamline the thing down. Here's like I said, the copy, 2 copies, 3 copies, but pretty much that's it. You know,
Right, exactly.
and like I said, I think in this we'll make an exception with the boxes, just because it's the first time we're doing it, but it's going to be a streamed down box. You know what I'm saying? And that's, you know, that's the way it is. We may do. I'd say what we might do is we might do a $50 pack, which will be two covers, and we may do a $100 pack, which will be 3 covers in the box. You know what I'm saying? So we may do something like that. You know.
Okay.
So it'll be, you'll still get the opportunity to get the collective box, but you're not going to get all the same things that you could get during the campaign.
Do you mean the sexy box?
The sexy box. You seen it, Wise Guy?
I just saw what was on the campaign itself.
Oh, show him the stuff. Get him full screen. Let him show you the stuff, man. Look at that box.
Holy moly! That looks
I heard you're getting one of those, Wise Guy.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I think I'm in at the 150 tier. Wow.
Look at that, brother.
That is
you're gonna get one of those.
Yeah.
So you know we got that, and then he's got some of the other items as well.
And so we got some stickers.
all right.
Got those.
That's a good wolf logo there.
Got the
Oh man, that's cool.
got those 2 bookmarks.
Those are
the-
literally metal, aren't they?
Yep.
Yes. Just like the ones from God's Hand.
Yeah.
We
Those
got
are
the
sweet.
print.
All right.
Bad boy. What else we got here? And we got samples of the trading cards. What was it? At
Oh, yeah.
13,000.
Yeah.
So we've basically all the card stretch goals. Well, most of the card stretch goals have been unlocked. So everybody's getting 3 cards, unless you got the tier that's got the other 4. So, but at 13,000, we upgraded the size.
Ooh.
So that's that's a standard card. So the cards now are
Damn.
that size. If you got the whole set, it comes in a sleeve, a binder sleeve. You get those.
All right.
So yeah. So we got some good stuff.
That's cool. You don't know the chat there. Excuse me. Hail. Good stuff says, agreed, as a fan, not a creator. I want to feel special. Yep.
100%. 100%.
I like the metal stuff. Yeah, me too. A few campaigns, including God's Hand, have included metal bookmarks, and they're amazing. They're really cool.
Yeah, they are.
Now, let's watch this trailer here. Nice.
I have a good time with it.
Okay, what's so funny? What
I know you weren't. I know you were sick. I think you were sick at the time, man, when we launched, because you weren't. Because normally you're all around, man. You
Yeah.
weren't around, and I think you were sick or something.
For
so,
just over a whole month.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. So when we launched, we went over this. There's this franchise down here called Dots, right? Dots Diner, and the lady she's like the mascot of Dots, and she talks like she smoked like a million. Yeah, that's it. She sounds like she smoked like, I don't know, 100 million cigarettes, right?
Right.
And then she runs this commercial and she talks like this, and she's like, "Hey, how you doing? It's Dots. You know, it's not your mama's, but it's always fresh at Dots Diner." You know, and so what happened was we ran one of the commercials, and everybody was laughing and shit. And so then I don't even know how we were delirious, I guess, at that point, because we've been on stream for fucking, I don't know, dude. We've been on like a minute, dude.
This was about 3.5 hours into the morning roast. It was now the afternoon roast.
So now we were right, and so we had done Lit Devil, and now I think it was past 12 o'clock. So we've been on for like 6 hours at this point. And so then the trailer came on. And they were like, "There's no voiceover for it." And I'm like, "Oh, let me hire Dot to do the voiceover." So as the trailer went on, I read it in Dot's voice. And so every time it comes on now, all I can hear is Dot. So I'll mute it and I'll do it. And, you know what I mean? And Marcus and I laugh about it and shit. But that's what it is. It's just, you know what I mean? Tomorrow we'll definitely wind up doing it on Chris's show for sure. Sugar Chris, I guarantee you we'll wind up doing that tomorrow.
It's his time. It's his story.
Justice City Chronicles. It's not your mama's, but it's always fresh when it's Wolfpack Studios. You know, just cutting up.
Oh man, that's funny.
Yeah, that's what we were laughing at. So he was laughing because I muted myself on purpose. And I was voicing it, but I was mouthing it the whole thing. I knew he knew what I was doing.
Good stuff says, "I'm here listening. I'm at work, so I have to at least act busy."
There you go.
Oh man, I know the feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, would it be fair to classify this as like a superhero type book, or is it? Let's see, knockdown, drag out, ass kicking, adrenaline ride, rooted in action adventure cartoons of the 80s.
Yeah, I would say that's fairly accurate.
So.
It's like action adventure, sci-fi fantasy.
Yeah, I would say so, 100%.
Nice.
I mean, because there are. I mean, it's probably more. I don't know, because it's just as much superhero as Captain America Winter Soldier. You know what I'm saying? It's just as much superhero as that. You know what I mean? I would even say even a little bit more because there's powers involved. But it's definitely it's just as superhero as that is. I would say. What you think, Mark? You know,
I would say so. I think it's in line with that. I mean, you definitely have the conspiracy type stuff, political stuff in there. You definitely have the superhero stuff, a lot of it. But yeah, I wouldn't say the setting is like straight up like it's not like Marvel superhero type stuff. But
yeah, it's not tights. I can tell you, it's not tights, but it definitely has the same themes and shit that run through it.
Yeah.
Nice. Good stuff says, "Saw your Queen City comic book video. I work about 10 minutes from that place." Whoa. What a trip. What a small world.
What's Queen City Comic Books? What's that?
Oh, it's a comic book shop. Every once in a blue moon, I do a live stream where I visit a comic shop and see if there's anything I want to pick up. And usually when I'm wanting to pick up stuff, I'm either going to buy the movie-sized posters, like 24 by 36, or I'm buying T-shirts, or I'm buying comic books made by people who are now in Comicsgate. You know, some of their early works.
Right.
Because I figure the value is probably going to jump up. So that's the kind of stuff. And I also go because I'm trying to support the local comic shops as well. Keep them, help do my little part to keep them in business if at all possible.
And where's that one located at?
If I'm not mistaken, I think that was the one in Norwood, Ohio.
Huh.
That place has been there since the 80s. Yeah, I got it. A lot of the comic book shops have closed, but there's a few still left. And in fact, one of the ones I used to go to, I think, has since moved to another location as well. So I got to figure out where they are now. So this one right here is the cover for the Praetorian Standard Edition cover. Then we've got the Nero Indiegogo exclusive cover.
Mm-hmm.
You've got the Blood Red Edition variant cover. Trading card set, and like you said, is now you guys have hit the stretch goal to make it the larger cards.
Correct.
Does that make them like 3x5 inch?
3x3, 3.5 by 5.5. That's
3.5 by 5.5. Wow.
That's the standard oversize.
My, what a trip. You got some interiors. So how are you guys splitting up the duties here on this book, on this title?
As far as
who's doing story versus pencils versus inks, colors, lettering?
I'm writing everything, lettering everything, doing all the interior design work. Anthony's doing all the line work. We got inking?
Dreaded Dinosaur.
Yeah, he's doing our inking, and then Carlos Moreno will be doing the color duty.
Is any of the work traditional, or is it all digital now?
The inks are digital. The line work is all.
Yeah, line work's all traditional.
Wow, nice.
Mm-hmm.
The title of Justice City, are you guys collectively building a shared universe, or are these all like different universes?
As far as what?
Like, should we anticipate ever seeing like crossovers between these characters and those in God's Hand, for example?
That is a possibility, my friend. I think, of course you want to do something like that. If you can figure out a way, and me and Marcus are hard at it, if you can figure out a way to create multiple different genres, right? Multiple different, characters, places and whatnot, and then figure out a really slick way to link them. It doesn't seem shoehorned or doesn't seem, just improbable or implausible. If you can make it really slick and make it fit, I think people enjoy that. They enjoy seeing these different components slide together in this way. They can go, holy shit, that makes perfect sense that these things could be connected like that. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the objective. I know for me and Marcus, that's the objective.
For sure. Good Stuff Confiscator says, yeah, Pleasant Ridge, Norwood, right outside of Cincinnati.
Right.
Asking, did you visit Nine Giant Brewery right down the road? Good beers. No, I haven't. I didn't realize they were there. I'll have to look into that. Oh, shoot. You know what? Let me see. Let me drop the links again here. For those of you who haven't yet, be sure and back Justice City Chronicles, Volume 1. It's still in funding. It's just about to go in demand, just mere hours, well, just over a day. Back at while you still can, back at once, back at twice, back at 3 times a lady. If you don't have the means to do so just yet, be sure and kindly share the link to the campaign and or the link to this stream. Let's get some more eyeballs on it, some more support behind it, so that it'll facilitate them moving on to the next chapter of the saga. Welcome, Sugar Chris. Hail all.
Hey,
Sugar Chris.
Sugar Chris, you ready for tomorrow or what, baby?
Great group of guys here. Welcome, Brian Prisco.
What's happening, Brian?
Brian.
Guys, what up, fellas?
Brian's good people, man.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Then we got the boat marks. T-shirts I love. I'm a big T-shirt person. We believe strongly in supporting the men and women who fought to give all for the country, this country, and for the freedoms we enjoy and benefit from. Amen to that. That's why we're donating $5 for every Wolfpack T-shirt we sell to the Wounded Warriors Project. One side has the logo for Wolfpack. The other is a quote, "A wolf doesn't concern himself with the opinions of sheep." Ain't that the truth?
That's it.
Damn straight.
Stretch goals. Unlock exclusive trading cards. Ba-dum-ba. So we've got at the 7K goal, new trading card included with every order, unlocked. 10K, 10 extra pages added to the book, unlocked. 12K, 2 new trading cards included with every order, unlocked. 13K, upgraded trading cards to 3.5 inch by 5.5 inches, unlocked. And 14K, exclusive metal bookmark added to every order, unlocked. Next goal we're shooting for is the 15K, the Nero Ghost print added to every order. 16K will bag an exclusive Volume 2 character trading card added to every order. And 20K, wow, an additional 10 pages added. Woo. Sweet. Yeah, and you guys are using the same printers as the ones who did God's Hand.
Correct.
Mixum gets a lot of props for doing quality stuff.
They do.
This is going to be an 80-page square-bound edition. That's nice. 80 pages. Ooh.
Did you, I'm just curious. Marcus, are you not following Mandy Summers? This dude here, bro. You're making me look bad now.
Is he not?
I love Marcus because he's a Twitter version. I had to lure him over. Come on, man. You
Come
know.
on, man.
And he's
Come on,
finally
man.
okay. Yeah.
I'm totally following Mandy Summers.
Gotcha. Perfect.
Huh.
Perfect.
There's Mandy.
Yeah, make sure you mark that
Gotcha.
plus sign for notifications. Brian says, back Justice City Chronicles, Volume 1, Foods.
Yeah.
Sugar Chris says, yeah, I'm getting it set up on StreamYard right now, actually, Anthony.
Perfect, baby. Perfect. You never send. Hey, Chris, you got to send me the script if you want me to do the dots thing, man. You know, he wants me to do the
Voiceover.
his intro
Ah,
for the morning roast as Dot.
that would be a trip.
Yeah.
Voice actor extraordinaire. Brian says, "Oh." Hail right back at you, Sugar Chris. Welcome to Hitler. How's it going?
Eddie?
Eddie.
Happy Friday, y'all. Hey, long time, sir. Yeah, indeed. We gotta get you back on, man. Marcus, how'd you get Ed McGuinness to draw this book?
Barry doesn't trade secrets, my boy.
I actually, Eddie, I didn't. I just got Joe Mad to do it.
Exactly. He was cheaper, right? It was cheaper to get a hold of.
Sugar Chris says Mark will mow her lawn for free next time for free.
What?
Oh, you're mowing lawns now.
I mean, how free can I mow her lawn?
Freer.
You guys, Chris,
More free.
What you think mowing her lawn means and what I think mowing her lawn means is two different things.
Welcome, Timothy Olsen. What is up? Sugar Chris says, I know I've been so horribly busy lately and sleeping on top of it. I missed a couple of streams this week, so I haven't had time to do stuff. Trying to get caught up. Brian says to Eddie and anyone I missed coming in. Oh, yo, Eddie. Just kidding, Anthony. There's no one like you, sir.
Oh, no, you know that, Eddie, my boy. Eddie, my boy. As sooner or later, I'm gonna work on Eddie, and I'm gonna get him loose, man. Get him that New Orleans loose. Eddie's such a good guy, Brian. You know, I'm gonna get him talking real inappropriate, just like me. Just give me a little bit of time. Get him under my wing, teach him the ways of the inappropriate. You know, teach him my ways to be the
ways of the inappropriate.
Yeah, to have all these, to be a useless fucking knowledge of cesspool of useless knowledge. You know, it takes hard work. You know.
Oh well, so, yeah. And
I think he's good peeps, man. Him and Brian, real good people, man. So look, Timothy's on here. They're all good people. Sugar Chris, he's okay. Sugar Chris.
Oh, the things he had to do to get him to draw his book, lol.
I know, Marcus. I had to step in. I felt bad. I was like, let me just trace this. This way, you don't have to do these things in order to get the real thing.
Your best interest at heart. Hey, Brian, hope you're well. Hanging in there. Lol, I'm ready. Eddie's ready. The Ways of the Inappropriate by Anthony Figaro. On newsstands now.
That's it.
Let's check out these perks here. So God's Justice is all right, so the Justice City Chronicles book and God's Hand plus bookmark, right?
Correct.
Is that the regular bookmark or the metallic one?
They're all metal.
They're all metal. All right, nice. Yeah, and I always love when creators do a feature tier because it draws attention to the one that basically gives you the gist of the campaign. It is kind of like a best bang for your buck kind of deal, and it doesn't have to be the cheapest tier. It doesn't have to be the most expensive. It's usually somewhere in between, and often involves getting a book and either a variant cover and or one or more pieces of swag. That was God's Justice. And then you got the Grunt Pack. That's the book alone, right?
Correct.
We've got the
Corporal Signature Edition. That's the book. That's just a city and a bookmark.
Nice. Now we got the Geared for War, and it comes in two colors, black and olive.
Correct.
Yeah, that's cool. I went black this time around. Yeah, classic black.
Yeah.
But you can get it in olive, and then during checkout, you'll get the chance to mark which color you want, as well as what size you want. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the T-shirts, as well as a lot of the other products like the bookmarks, metal bookmarks, they're all available as add-ons, right? For all tiers?
Correct.
All right.
Yeah.
That's what it seemed like. And then we've got Sergeant Stripes. You get
two copies of Justice City Chronicles. So you get your option of covers. You You get the metal bookmark and a trading card.
Aha.
Aha.
There we go. Oh, we got Sergeant Major.
That's all three covers of the book: metal trading card, metal bookmark, trading card, and the print.
Ah, yes, the print too. All right, cool. And are these literally all going in the order of rank in the military? Is it really that order precisely? Sergeant, Scribe,
Yes.
Sergeant, Major to
Yes.
Officer.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Officers Edition.
That what's that? That's only the two books, right? The Officers Edition.
It's the 2 books plus the T-shirt is what it is, and there's I think there's some extra. I don't know if it's cards or.
Yeah, no, you get two copies of the book, your choice of covers. You get both of them are signed. You get the 2 metal bookmarks. You get the print, 2 trading cards, the T-shirt, and that also comes with a hand-drawn sketch card by Mr. Figaro.
Nice. Then we got the Captain's Club.
All right, now we're getting to the heavy hitters. That's all three covers of the book. Those are all signed. You get the complete trading card set. So now at this point, you're getting the 4 cards plus the other 3 cards. So you got all of them. You get 3 original sketch cards. Those are done by, again, Mr. Figaro. You get the metal. You get a metal trading card, the Wolfpack T-shirt, a Justice City dog tag, and a metal print. And we actually have we got the dog tags here.
Oh yeah, that's right.
All right, nice.
So we got the dog tag. It's got character info on the back that would make sense once you get the book.
Fantastic. That's a trip. Very cool. Very cool. I think that's the tier I ended up getting.
Yes.
Grand Admiral's deck. Ooh,
Okay. So that's the this one as well as the Captain's Club come in the sexy box. Grand Admiral's deck. You get the sexy box. You get the 3 copies of Justice City Chronicles, all 3 covers. You get the hardcover edition of Justice City Chronicles.
Whoa.
You get an original art page from the book, the complete trading card set, 3 original sketch cards, the metal trading card, the Wolfpack T-shirt, the dog tag, a metal print. You also get the God's Hand stretch goals, which was the 2-card trading card set from God's Hand, and the Death Tarot card.
Whoa. Yeah, that's an amazing package there.
That is, we do have I do have a hell of a package going on here.
There he goes.
That's what she said.
Mm-hmm.
Hand of the Emperor. Oh my goodness, look at that.
Okay, so that comes with all 3 copies of Justice City, plus the hardcover edition, plus a copy of God's Hand. You get 2 original sketch cards drawn by Anthony, the dog tag, the T-shirt. It all comes in the sexy box, and you also get a copy of the Chronicles of Count Carlos. That was the first thing we teamed up to do before God's Hand. That is a sketch cover, so that will come with artwork from Anthony. You also get a copy of the sketch cover of God's Hand and a sketch cover of Justice City Chronicles.
Whew. Man, that's amazing. And then I actually dig it when campaigns show the sold out tiers all grayed out. It reminds you of what you missed out on, and at the same time it kind of tells you, hey, this campaign, it kicks ass. You don't want to miss out on these great tiers next time they run another campaign. So yeah, that one's already sold out. The Emperor's Throne. This was your biggest.
Yeah, that was copies of that was all 3 copies of the book plus the hardcover copy. All 3 copies of God's Hand. plus Count Carlos, Chronicles of Count Carlos. It was the entire trading card set, the God's Hand trading cards, Death Tarot card. You got a metal print, the regular print, the dog tag, the T-shirt, 3 original sketch cards. Plus, you got drawn in the book as a character. You got the original page artwork that you debuted in, plus the cover artwork.
Oh, shit. Damn. The page of artwork that this lucky backer got, is it 11 by 17?
Yes.
And is that the same for the cover artwork?
Yes, correct.
Nice. Wow, that's amazing. Ooh. What a great looking campaign. Let me see here. Yes.
Yes, Eddie, that's all.
The Ways of the Inappropriate by Anthony Figaro. Nice t-shirts. Wow, that is some great merch to go with your comic. Yeah. That's all? Indeed. Yeah, really cool stuff. I definitely didn't want to miss out on this. Do you think you guys are going to be leaving this in demand long enough for some of the fulfillment to take place? Because once fulfillment takes place, people start getting in their hands. A number of people are going to do PO box opening streams. Some people are going to actually do reviews on the books, and then you might experience a spike in extra traffic on the Indiegogo in-demand store.
I think the plan is to basically, we're hoping to have this fulfilled by the end of June, or begin fulfilling by the end of June. So probably sometime early July, most people will be getting their packages.
I would say, I would think it would be up until at least August. You know?
Right on. Everybody, back this if you haven't already. Even if you have backed it, back it once, back it twice, back it 3 times a lady. If you don't have the means to do so just yet, please share all over your social media. Share the link to the campaign. Share the link to the stream, whatever you so desire. But get it out there so more people can back it. Looks like you went up a little more too. You're at 14,498 USD.
Right there.
So close to the 15K. You're at 162 backers now, so that's sweet. 31 hours to go before the funding stage ends.
That's it.
Everybody back. So you got, I think, 2, maybe
24. What do we got? 24. How long we got left? 20 what?
31 hours.
31 hours.
31 hours to make 1,500. The goal is 16. We want to close on 16. Is what we'd like to close on. You know.
Where did God's Hand close out at?
Oh, God's Hand. This Justice City is outperforming God's Hand as far as the live campaign goes. I want to say let's see. God's Hand closed at 136 backers, funding at 10,000. Let's just say 10,600, I believe, or 700. It was right around. It was right around there. So
nice.
this one is outpaced, which is good.
Yeah.
At this point, more backers, more funding. So that is a good sign.
Heck yeah. Can't beat that.
No, sir.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and watch this trailer once more here, and then we'll wrap things up. Nice.
Beautiful.
Nice. Very cool. Eddie says, oh, well, yeah, McGinnis Art will do that. Brian says, this just has a great vibe to it, like Fist of the North Star meets Magnus Robot Hunter.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good, bro. That's a pretty good, that's pretty good. I hadn't heard that one yet. That's pretty good.
That is a good mashup.
It was. That's a pretty good description, Brian. That's pretty good.
All right. So I guess we'll go first with Anthony. Would you share? I'm giving you the floor. Would you share with the world how you can be found on social media?
Oh man, how can I not be found? Right? I mean, I'm a tramp, so I'm all over the place. I'm on almost every social media there is. But the easiest way to get in touch with me is on Twitter. You can look me up as Anthony Figaro or Kid Destructo. Kid Destructo 1. If you want to follow me, find out what's going on, get some good deals, get some inside artwork and stuff like that, then go over to www.kiddestructo.com and subscribe over there, and you'll get all kind of exclusives that you can't get anywhere else, even on Indiegogo. So, you know, I'll leave all my other places for you to find. So that's what I got. That's my story.
Marcus, you got the floor. How can you be found on social media?
You can find me at MDJesu1 on Twitter, and for all your other needs, you could just hit up Anthony. he takes care of my PR.
There you go, baby. Come look for me. Come find me. You know?
Oh dear. And as usual, you can find me at many types of social media. Probably save time and just go to the description of most any one of my streams, and you'll find all my contacts. I want to take a moment and thank everyone in chat. You guys are freaking awesome. Thanks to everyone who watched.
A lot of fun, man.
No, I love having you on. Thanks to everyone who watches this on replay. And thanks especially to our very special guests, Anthony Figaro and Marcus
DeJesu.
There you go.
Got it. There you go.
I look, and I know what he did. He was like, Marcus, the digestion, yes, digestu. Got you. Boom. Told you, man. Shit works.
Brian states what I think everyone already knows. Anthony has a sexy voice.
Well, thank you, brother. Thank you.
And yeah, he acknowledges that he knows he's overstating the obvious. So yeah.
Oh my goodness.
There you have it.
That's Anthony's Antonio voice.
You can see, yeah, and if you want, you can come check us out. Let's see, in 30 minutes, Marcus will be going on the Mandy Summers show. I will be going on the Joe Sonatag show for an hour, and then I'm going to go over to Mandy's show, and then we're really going to cut up. And then tomorrow you can come follow us. Early in the morning, we're starting off the last day as we started it. We're going to end it the same way, and we'll be on Literature Devil first thing in the morning, and then we're going to bounce over to Morning Roast with Sugar Chris and Sim. And then I'm going to go do a crawfish boil send-off. And then we're going to pop back with Shea Zombie and Michael Bancroft, and then after that it'll be a free for all. So and Sunday, which will be just a real chill stream. Me, Marcus, Brian, Eddie, Preston, probably Jay Money will be on Preston's stream. Just maxing and relaxing, nothing serious. Very.
Oh my gosh, a chance to take a break. Awesome.
Yes, you know what I mean. Don Chin will be there as well. I think Don Chin's doing some live artwork. That should be fun.
Oh, cool.
So definitely come check us out over there.
Fantastic. That sounds like a plan. Definitely going to be a busy weekend. Eddie says, "Have a great weekend, everyone."
All right, Eddie.
Brian might be on Mandy as well.
There you go, brother.
And he goes, "Yeah, but what shows will you be on?"
We'll be all over the place, Eddie. You know how it is, baby.
We like to keep it loose.
Stumbling, fumbling, and bumbling our way through, bro. It's the best way to do it. So, but thank you always, WyzGyz. Always a pleasure. I'm glad to see you back up and running, bro.
Oh hell yeah, me too. Yeah, my schedule's more restricted, but I'm trying to cram in at least 2 streams every weeknight.
Gotcha.
So, just to stay in the game. Yeah, everybody back this campaign. You won't regret it. It's so freaking cool. Lots of great perks, lots of great swag. And I meant to ask, have you thought about maybe on a future campaign offering stickers and patches, particularly of the wolf logo?
Yes.
Yeah,
cool.
that may happen for this campaign.
Ooh.
That may, but if it gets,
Okay.
I think if it gets high enough, I think that is a good possibility.
Nice.
I just off top of my head, I think we're looking at about either in between 22 and 25. I think.
Okay.
To get the patches. So.
You're right. Right on.
It's in the wheelhouse, baby.
Sweet. All right. Well, everyone have a good night, and be sure and check out all these streams these gentlemen are going to be on tonight and all through tomorrow, where they celebrate the closing of the campaign and partake in crawfish and other assorted foods in celebration of the campaign, Justice City Chronicles Volume 1. Thanks everyone for joining us, and y'all have a great night. Take it easy. Bye.
Final guest that is the only person below White Holiday in the Comicsgate phone book. It's my favorite failed clone of Peter Sameti. The YouTube sensation. WyzGyz. How you doing? Welcome to the show.